This podcast contains explicit content, language, and sexual situations. It is intended for adults 18 years of age and older. These thoughts and opinions expressed are not those of any specific employer, group, or individual.
And with the rat race, we decided to sell everything and move to Cancun, Mexico.
Now we do what we love.
Work, party, and play in the middle of paradise.
Now we want to share the fun that we get to have every day. Come to room 77. Let's play.
Just watch me.
All right, Lauren, we are back. Get ready. Stop staring at the couch. Welcome back. In this episode, we're going to talk about the Antigua takeover, the things that you think about or are fearful about.
Like, I want to go to a takeover? Is it scary? Is everyone going to be in a giant orgy?
Things that we had talked about before, perception versus reality.
Yeah.
And the whole science experiment part of it. Also, you're going to get it, Bobby. This is the other voice that you're going to get. And I'm not going to tell you who it's from, but whoever knows what I'm doing here, then I need you to write in, Bobby. Okay? That's just how it is. I'm going to do it throughout.
Thank you, Richard.
I need you to apologize to everybody.
I'm so sorry, everybody. What am I apologizing for?
We're really late.
Oh, like pregnant?
I'm not pregnant. I know that. I'm going to guess and say you're not pregnant.
No, we're late.
If you are, I'm pretty sure it's not mine since my tubes are tied.
No, your tubes are cut. My tubes.
Your tubes are not tied.
No, but as a woman.
Right. I get how medical castration works. I'm just saying my tubes are cauterized.
Yeah.
Cauterized?
Cotter?
I don't know. We're really, really late. We had this little thing in Antigua, which, by the way, nailed it.
Little thing.
So for a description of the people who weren't there, sucks for you.
Fill my FOMO.
I mean, this place is amazing. It's a 5-star hotel. It's really, really large.
Got its own sort of private beach and...
It's sprawled over a bunch of, I think it's 3 or 4 acres. It has a bunch of villas on it. So there are residences there. Not that people really live there year round, but they could if they wanted to. But there's villas and they're sprawling rooms. I like to use the word sprawling.
Yeah, it's fancy.
There are 2 really large pools, an infinity pool, hot tub.
A giant
which,
Vegas.
by the way, not that it's a competition, not that I'm comparing.
Right.
But if you were to compare, we won. Also, there's a hot tub that is right on the ocean. So you just sit on the water in the hot tub.
And watch the sunset.
I'm not comparing.
No, why would you?
I'm not. Playroom that we have is a 3,000 square foot penthouse that we decked out with lights and music. There's a bed in the middle. There's private play areas. There's a bed right in the middle. There's a cross. There's a hot tub that sits on an outside deck. It's amazing. Not that I'm comparing. I'm not.
No, why would you?
I'm not doing that. Also, there's a private island.
Oh, my favorite part.
Yeah, it's absolutely amazing. There's a private island that is about the size of probably 2-3 backyards. Normal backyard.
Yeah.
And there's a beach club on it with beds and a bar and food and snacks. And
it's like super shallow water and you could just watch the sunset.
It's just so peaceful and so wonderful.
I love the little rocking chairs. It's such a nice touch.
It's beautiful.
I'm moving there.
Just again, if you're going to compare, it's just something that really sets us apart from any other takeover. I'm not that it's a competition and I'm not comparing. I'm just saying if you were going to set us apart, it would be one thing that would be award worthy.
We also brought in dancers from London. Magic Mike was there.
These people were on fire.
They literally were.
They literally set themselves on fire. They were amazing. Pro. You know what I mean?
I mean, it was awesome, the stuff that they were doing. Like the glow night stuff was amazing, and the fire and the wax.
We had a band there that had the crowd going. There's always just this really cool the night we have a real island vibe that's going on. Then we have a pool party that's a glow party. Everybody sort of paints one another. It's just a really, really fun time, nonstop.
DJs.
Yeah, the DJs
from Miami. We had one from Mexico.
We're really proud of it. Most of the people, except one, had a lot of fun. Came home to an utter disaster, namely electronics. A lot of stuff broke.
It was not good when you want to just like click your heels, come home and sleep in your own bed, do the things. It's like the coffee maker was broken. That I can't live without.
Electricity and Mexico, they're not really best friends. Anyway, we had a TV broken, computer broken, coffee maker broken, AC broken. So this is very late because it knocked everything off. And I know know that the people out there, or the person, really depend on this. It is how they get through life.
It's how they get on that treadmill and keep burning those calories.
I'm not trying to put too much pressure on us, but it's like church for them. I can't do this anymore. I just can't. What we're going to do is we're going to become oil rig workers. That seems easier.
I was thinking that, or like a cruise ship.
No, don't be a pussy. Put your gloves
Captain?
on.
Okay.
Lift with your legs.
Okay.
You can do this. Or we open up dog belly rubs. That's still an option.
Yes, so much better.
All right. Dog belly rubs it is. First things first, one of the things we did in the last podcast is we were about to announce Flirtation, the takeover in Mexico. And we're going to say, hey, we're going to announce this. The tickets are about to go on sale. In the time that we did the last podcast and this podcast, we in fact did announce it, and it did sell out. So we are advertising it now, and we would like to say go get tickets, but you can't because it's sold out already. But we can get you to go there to get on a waiting list if you want to join the other 120 something other people that are going.
You should absolutely go and get on the wait list because it's so far out. People do make changes. Always go and get on that wait list. It costs you nothing. Just go to our website, room77life.com, and there's a call to action button right there, and just get on the wait list.
Yeah, and it is true. People think it's kind of useless, but people need to understand how quickly we sometimes go through the wait list. Their plans change also. So we can go through 5 people in a wait list very quickly. And also, we don't wait very long. They get a notification, a spot opens up. If they don't answer us in 24 hours, we move on to the next person. Make sure to get on that list, room77life.com. It's going to be great, even though you can't come. Well, we're going to be doing more. We'll be doing another one. We'll be definitely doing another one at this hotel. So stay tuned to this podcast, or Gypsy and a Gentleman. Moving on, Antigua, which was amazing.
It was.
What I want to talk about, I don't know what you want to talk about. What I want to talk about is what we had talked about yesterday, which is like this science experiment from gestation. Yes. Gestation to birth.
Okay. Yeah.
Right?
Summer
Because we're
bang.
talking about tubes getting tied and pregnancies.
Keep it going.
And abortions, all of these things. Just want to keep everything in pregnancy terms. Gestation to birth. Birth being the party, right?
Day one.
Wah, it's born, kick it in the face. That's the kind of parent I am. Shut up. You're already too loud. What I'm fascinated by, there are people there of all different types that go to Summer Bang or really any event. Are people that have never been to an event.
Yeah.
There are people that go to events all the time.
Yeah.
There are people who throw their own events.
It's true.
You're right.
True, yeah.
There are people who are looking really forward to going there and having sex with every single person there. There are people that go there and are afraid that every person there is going to try to have sex with them.
Right.
There are people that are going there that just want to be naked. So there's so many different types and personalities that are ready for something or aware of something or scared of something. And it's always enjoyable for me, I don't know about you, I'm a little twisted, to watch how it plays out, because it will never play out the way you think it's going to play out. It will never play out the way people post it in the group. It will never play out the way their profiles read online. We're a really loving couple that hates drama. You're the most drama person I've ever met in my life. But honestly, there were a few couples that were honestly terrified.
Right. Some newbies.
We did as much as we could to tell them, you're going to be fine.
Yeah, absolutely.
You're going to be fine. Great news. They were. Hold on. Trying to kill bugs. We need a bug zapper inside the house. And then there were other people who were extremely, I don't want to say aggressive.
In the Telegram groups and stuff.
Right. And people start to get very apprehensive about who is this person? What are they like? And they contact us. Like we're the mayor of Swingtown.
We know everybody.
Hey, what are these people going to be like? I don't know. I've never fucking met them before. I don't know what you want me to do. Chances are it's going to be fine. The personality in a Telegram group or any group is very different than the person that you meet.
Yeah. And it's not just about this event. It's about going on, finding someone on a profile and going on a date. We've been through that many a times where you think that they're going to be super one way and they're just sweet and shy and whatever.
Right.
So,
That wound up having an amazing time. I don't want to say changed their life. Some people are saying that. I'm not saying that. But
renewed their vows as soon as they got home.
this is what I'm saying. I'm saying...
You're welcome.
You're welcome. Good luck with that.
Now, those stories warm my heart because I feel like that's part of what the events are for.
And then there are other people who go there with the wrong attitudes. They want to have a good time. They want it to be a positive experience. I don't know if you remember the guy who wore the funny hat everywhere, but just this insecure guy, sort of a pout on his face all the time. Eventually I come up to him and I'm like, listen, buddy, what's wrong? Like, I just need to know, are you having a good time? And says to me, I'm not pleased. I'm like, what is your deal? And he's like, it's my wife. I don't have a wife as beautiful as your wife.
Is that his way of hitting on you?
I don't know. This whole thing is it's almost not true, but it's also very, very true at the same time.
That's weird.
And
yeah,
it is weird. But these are the people that wind up, when they come to something like this, and it's such a positive energy, and it's such a positive thing.
Right.
You want to have fun, and they're
bringing negativity.
These are the people that wind up being a thorn in your side.
But you almost don't even notice it because there's over 150 people with positivity that just drown that out.
Right. Don't even know they're there. No soup for you. Yeah. So there's all different types. There's all different things to watch, like this science experience. Some of it you can really predict. Mm-hmm. Some of it it comes out of nowhere and you're like, oh, I had no idea that person was going to be an absolute pervert.
Yeah.
Like I absolutely thought. And then there's a person where I thought that person was going to be an absolute pervert. And you're like, oh my God, Lovely. They seem asexual to me. So it's always so interesting. And the reason that I say this is because there are so many people who are like, what is it like? I'm scared to go. I don't know what a full takeover is like. And the thing is like, it's so difficult to nail down, to define,
to summarize. Yeah, absolutely.
You have to really focus on you, your partner, and going there and having an amazing time. Be the host of your own party, and whatever happens there, happens there. Don't focus too much on the people in the chat rooms.
Are you gonna fit in with everybody? It's like you go and make your vacation. We used to do this when we would go to the hotels. Just go. It's your thing. We're putting on an environment.
Right.
And you go and enjoy the environment to whatever extent that you want to.
Right. It's the thing that frustrates me, but it's the thing about desire. It's like they're not, there's no magic recipe. It's you. You are the recipe people. They are four walls or any other. I don't care. Maybe it's Hito if you love Hito.
Right. And bringing your fantasies, your sexual fantasies that you guys have discussed together, taking that to the event and trying to realize whatever those are for you, not necessarily what other people are pushing on you, because everyone has their own types of fantasies. So, if you're new or whatever, take your sexual fantasies and make that happen for you, whether it's I want to masturbate in public or I want a blowjob by the pool. I want an orgy.
Or
whatever.
I want to be in an orgy, which, by the way, not short of orgies in this one.
Holy crap.
Every time I turned around, I was getting invited to an orgy, and I was like, pass. I don't have the time or the literal energy to go into an orgy. It sounds awesome. But yeah, I was going to say that. And also on this trip, a few people who had made steps in the direction of sexually pushing that envelope in a direction that they wanted to, which is great because it means that a safe environment, a fun environment was provided for them to do that. And I'm really happy. Now, to help us out with this episode, we had Rick of Gypsy and a Gentleman ask some of the patrons who were at Summer Bang answer some questions. Now, it's just Rick because Gypsy, the lovely Gypsy, who is usually very, very sexy, wound up being very, very phlegmy. She got very, very sick. We don't know what happened, but at the party, a team of CDC people came in complete hazmat suits and just swept her away. We still don't know what happened. It was very scary.
Yeah, it was something highly contagious.
It looked like something out of E.T. There was a lot of tents.
The spray thing you have to go through.
They whisked her away. She screamed, "Help, help." And Rick, from what I remember, said, "As soon as I finish this beer." So anyway,
like him.
yeah. So Rick, he's going to ask some of these questions. People, we hope, are going to answer them.
Yeah, they do.
What is the one thing you tried on this trip at Summer Bend?
To get sleep. Mine were a little bit more realistic and tailored to my job. So getting sleep and spending some time with my husband when we could.
What is the one thing you learned about your spouse on this trip? Or we could switch out spouse for Lauren and Richard. Did you guys encounter Lauren and Richard or learn anything interesting about them that you didn't know before?
They like to people please and they want to make sure that everybody is happy. Even though I knew it, it really validated it on this trip.
What is the one new thing that you tried on this trip?
DVP.
It was an orgy. I'd never been really a part of an orgy, and this one was it. And it was multiple ones, so it was a good time.
So I think the biggest surprise I had was, I always knew he was a bit of a voyeur, but I didn't realize, and I think a lot of it had to do with Ashley being there with a group of hot wives that participated. We had a chance to talk to them and it seemed to strike his interest quite a bit. That was definitely a big surprise for me.
It's all along the same lines. It was kind of learning like from the Ashley seminars about single male and then talking to couples that have done hot wifing before and understanding how that could work with our dynamic. It gave us the ability to have more questions, more conversations about it in that environment. And then when you had questions, you had someone to go to or couples to go to say, hey, how does this work? How does this aspect work? It was nice to be able to have sexy resources there to kind of help along the way with the discussion. Yeah. So it was our first 10-person orgy. 8 was the max, and then we put 2 more in there. And that was fun. It was, because it wasn't really planned, it was really organic, and it all worked out amazing, as you know.
Not to out you or anything.
Not to out you or anything, but...
So for me, it was the getting strapped into or onto the St. Andrew's cross and getting flogged for the first time. And I'm going to take a second, though. I think probably the Art of Touch seminar. So we've never done that before, ever, any type of sensual massage.
I learned that you can be a girl magnet. A lot of girls were interested in you.
Nice. Okay, I learned that he can turn orange. Sex on the balcony.
A drink, painkillers. I didn't know that existed.
What is the one thing you learned about Lauren and Richard on this trip?
They're so incredibly passionate about connection, and not necessarily just physical connection, but emotional connection as well. The effort that they put into having people talk to each other, go outside your normal experiences and connect on a different level. It was super amazing to see how much they take care in doing that for their guests.
One thing I learned about Lauren and Richard on my trip, they definitely change smoke when they have an opportunity to do so. They didn't do it in front of people and all that stuff, but I was kind of surprised by that because they seemed so fit and like health conscious just by my interactions with them. But naturally, yeah, that was kind of funny to see. But then on top of that, just how personable they are in person. It really is what they are on the podcast is just them in real life too. So that was really awesome to really see up close and personal.
What is the one thing you tried on this trip?
In a million years, I never thought I'd be on a lifestyle trip, especially 5-day one. Would I get up after 3 hours of sleep to work out on the beach and in the ocean with other bunch of sexy human beings struggling to function? So that was but pretty much everything else I've done in the bedroom before Antigua, and I'll probably keep doing afterwards. But yeah, but that outside of it, that was pretty cool.
We won an award for best lifestyle
resort takeover. Yeah,
at the end.
I have a trophy that says it on there.
Yeah, we're gonna put it up as soon as this thing. It's official. I think it comes from the American Swingers Association.
Yeah, ASA. I want to start ASA just because of the name. Oh, God.
I can't wait to see the logo because it has an I said it. ASA. It's a company started by ASA. Yeah, we'll put that award up.
What made this the best lifestyle trip you've been to in your entire life?
Oh, that's easy. The people made this the best lifestyle trip I have attended or helped just the vibe and the energy, positivity, the acceptance, the vulnerability, it was absolutely amazing.
All the new friends that we made and all the new great connections, the most emotional connections that we've made.
For me, it was just the friendships that was created.
What made this the best lifestyle trip in your entire life?
We've been introduced to a brand new group of people that we wouldn't have been introduced to. There's a couple of people that we met that were there, obviously, but a lot of new people we never would have had exposure to had we not been at this event.
Yeah, that's true. That's a good point.
A lot of good people, like on the same wavelength is what I mean, right? So
it was a really sexy crowd, fun, great partying, safe and sexy environment, which is something we always love in lifestyles, where, you know, everyone can kind of wear what they want, be who they want, and everyone's having fun with no negativity or things like that.
Restrictions.
No restrictions and stuff. So yeah.
Seeing my friends.
It's the people, friendships, the new friendships we made, and the old friends we saw, and also that everybody was fucking hot.
So I'd have to say it's the people. Felt like home, like I was around my best friends and super comfortable and confident and non-judgmental. It's really cool that I now have like 82 new best friends that I can go and visit on the outside, and I can't wait to have new experiences with.
Friendships and relationships with people that you are in this with for several days versus a resort where it's a revolving door.
What made this the best lifestyle trip you've ever been to?
That resort was by far the best I've ever been to have between the beach, the island off the coast, the infinity pool, the villas, the playroom. I mean, even the staff across the board. It was something that was kind of jaw-dropping that first day. And then, as soon as you leave to the airport, you already miss it. So yeah, picking that spot to have all these amazing people just enjoy each other's company was truly ideal.
The humor in this party was widely available at this event. And I think it really helps break down those inhibitions quickly. And you're just automatically meeting people and having a good time.
And that's why I love our listeners. That's why I love the people who come to these events. For us, it's laughter first.
Yeah.
We really want to have a good time and laugh first, and then get down and get naked. It is truly the most sexually energized event that I've ever been to.
Absolutely. It was there were so many different spots that there was sexual things that could happen that I had.
It wasn't overt, though.
No.
It wasn't like there was sex happening everywhere. In fact, I was once again, surprised at the amount of men who would not take their fucking clothes off at the pool. And here's why. We go through all of this trouble to provide all of these clothing optional areas, right? We provide clothing optional areas. Clothing up. You could take your junk out here. Pretty okay to take your junk out here. You can have sex on these beds. You can have sex outside here.
Right.
You could be naked. And then all through 6 months of, can you take clothes off? Can you take clothes off? Can I be naked? Can I be naked? Can I be naked? Yes. And then you get there and none of the guys take their fucking clothes off. And I did. I even put my cock ring on in the middle of the pool. And the way some of the men were looking at me, I was putting the cock ring on. And contrary to what I had said before, which was it's kind of a turn on for people. This time I was putting the cock ring on and it was a mix. Couples were looking at me putting on. It was a mix. It was the looks as if I was giving birth by the pool, because it was a look of both wonderment and disgust at the same time. So I was like, I don't know if this was the right move. There was one person who was like, I'll never get that image out of my head.
Oh no.
I know. I'm like, well, that's not what I was trying to do. I don't know what it was. I would like that in the survey. Did the surveys go out?
It's supposed to go out today.
Oh, cat's fired. So the last thing I wanted to do was say, woe is us, because that's not what I want to do in this podcast, but I'm going to anyway for a second.
Oh.
It is impossible to be a guest at your own party, no matter how much you try.
Yeah, no, you birthed that baby and it's like you're in, what do they call it?
Postpartum?
Yeah, whatever. Or you have to bed rest because...
Can anyone tell that we have no children whatsoever? We're justification? Tube tying? It's where can be a guest at your own party. They're flashes where you start to feel comfortable and wonderful. There were a few moments I remember in particular where I started just sort of hanging out on the dance floor, and then all of a sudden you're like, well, is everything okay? Or someone's looking at you and you're like, what's wrong? What can I get you? What's happening? And then you're snapped back into sort of this reality. And by the way, I also want everyone to know, I go into these parties much like I go into any party. Even though that we're hosting it, I am still there in my mind, because the way my mind works, thinking everybody here hates me.
Oh, no, really?
Yeah. Like I still have that insecure feeling that I would have at any party.
Oh,
right?
That makes me sad.
Pulling at heartstrings here. I'm pulling at heartstrings here, man.
It's just how it is, man. It just is.
I'm always insecure. I think people assume because you're the host of the party, you have this sense of confidence. I don't know, like you have this confidence that you can walk around and just feel welcomed, but that's not the case at all.
Yeah.
I feel like everybody hates me. Everybody hates my party. Do the lights look okay?
In 5 words, describe Richard. Forewarning, the best that ever was is already taken.
He has a nice cock.
Boom.
Passionate, charismatic, funny, sexy, honest.
In 5 words, describe Richard.
Gullible, adorable, gullible, temperamental, and gullible.
Super over the top crazy.
Let's go with lovable, goofy, manic, playful, and adorable.
I would say funny,
Sexy,
moody.
nuts,
I'd say smart.
Funny. He is creative. He is loyal. He's honest. And again, that is meant as a compliment. And I love his self-deprecating humor.
In 5 words, describe Richard.
Do not piss him off. Genuinely a sweet human being, but yes, he does have a short fuse if you push that right button. So do not piss him off.
I go in with the complete opposite where it's like,
But everybody loves you.
not true.
It's very true.
They pretend.
Except for that lady. Except for that lady who hated you because you were pretty. Except for her.
But it's like I want to go and like sit and hug on everybody, and I'm just so full of gratitude and happiness and sexual. Sometimes it's hard for me to process because there's so much happening, and that's stressful. And especially for us, we only play together.
Not this time, Bubby.
It takes me out of the equation. So I'm like,
I hooked up with a few couples that you didn't even know about.
That's not true. You'd never.
I was in several different orgies, Bubby.
I thought you were going to say orifices.
It's just the way it is, man.
You got to do what you got to do.
You got to do what you got to do, man.
The first person who figures out horrible impersonation that I'm doing of an impersonation wins a prize. They win a free shirt.
Yeah.
Sure. I know at one point something went weird with the setup of the entertainment, and I had to vamp because they weren't ready or something.
Oh yeah.
And I was like, Laura's gonna make out with everybody here. And then I kind of said it as a joke. And then for the rest of the night, every time I turned around, you were making out with somebody new.
People were coming up and they're like, what number am I? I'm like, 6?
I said 50 people.
Yeah. And they were like, really? I've only kissed 5 people. And I'm like, yeah.
Yeah. You got a lot of action that night.
Yeah.
I was looking out of the corner of my eye. And I'm like, you whore.
It was nice, though, to be able to have that permission, because it is difficult when we do play together to escape both at the same time.
How would you make love to Lauren?
It's all spontaneous. I don't have a plan, so I have no instructions.
I would whisper sweet nothings into her ear, then give her my husband's huge giant's penis.
I would do it the way Eminem did to Brittany Murphy in 8 Mile.
So I would do a variation of Richard sex with a little bit of Jeff sex. So it'd be like Jeff Richards sex with Lauren.
There's no other way I would do it. It would be soft, romantic. I would obviously make her laugh, but be serious when it's time for it.
And quite frankly, she would probably have to make love to me because I am so intimidated by her beauty and poise. But if we were doing it, it would probably be in like an inflatable pool filled with something like pudding or coleslaw or jello, because we definitely would have to make it fun so that I can hear her infectious laugh.
I would start off with coconut oil massage on her back and backside, flipping her over. Definitely have to have sex face to face because she is so gorgeous. I want to see those eyes when she comes. And then aftercare afterwards, just stroking, caressing her hair and her body as long as she lets.
There are several times that I would have just liked to have masturbated watching some of the hot couples have sex in the playroom.
Mm-hmm.
There was some really hot stuff going on with some really, really sexy people. And there was a couch set up next to one of the beds where there was a cross up there and there was a mattress on the floor and there was, the lighting was really cool. But I was never able to have that moment. I was going to have a pegging party there. That never happened.
I was angling for Project Airtight. I was prepping for that in the Telegram group before we even got there.
Yeah, and it could have happened.
It could have happened.
But in this party, I mean, everybody was really pretty active.
Yeah, I think it was hard. Everyone's dance cards were full.
Yeah, I was like, hey, where's our space?
I think that's why there were so many orgies, because they're like, I can't decide. Everybody. Let's just do everybody.
Yeah, there was one couple, I'm not going to name them, but every time I walk by, they were like, I'm on my way to have an orgy, Bubby. Another one. I'm like, wow, you guys are just
Jesus Christ.
fucking every day. I said it with such exhaustion. Like
Another one.
Like they were clocking in the work.
Gotta go to a staff meeting.
And for all of you who we wanted to sex with and didn't get to sex with, or even let you know that we wanted to sex with, we promise that next time we will try to sex with you too. That sounds like a song we should write.
I wanna sex with you
Gonna
too.
sex with you next time.
Just
Why
get
does-
it.
Sounds like it should be in this decade.
What was your favorite bang at Summer Bang?
My husband. So, I mean, he's always my favorite bang, no matter where we're at. But I assume the question was geared towards other people.
Yeah, having sex with Jess under the stars in the playroom.
Thank you. Just the two of us.
Just the two of us under the stars.
I'm going to say the 10-person orgy. Yeah, there's a lot of things I witnessed and never seen before, like a 3-way blowjob and some other things. So yeah, it was a really, really great night with great people.
I have to say the huge orgy in the playroom.
I would say the balcony sex was my favorite bang.
What was your favorite bang at Summer Bang?
5-couple orgy.
Yeah.
In the playroom.
100%. Same. 5-couple orgy at the end last night.
And we got a picture to prove it.
My first night was definitely my favorite night. I think we broke in the playroom hot tub. That was nice. And it was really nice to connect with somebody that I had met at a previous event and that I didn't get to play with before. So that was definitely my favorite.
I thought we weren't going to talk about me masturbating the Stingray.
What was your favorite bang at Summer Bang?
The active couple from Tennessee, they were probably my favorite because I was able to vlog while having sex, which is something I just started doing recently. So, and she was really into it. And it was one of the most, and having that villa setting with the lighting and the music and the candles and everything like that. And that was like one of my first nights there. That it was outstanding, and the orgasm galore. And on top of that, we had the doors open. The villa next door, 7 people in the hot tub, and I walked out the balcony to take a breather, and I got a standing ovation from them. I think you were included, right? You were in there, weren't you?
Yep.
Yeah. So that was it. Like to have the audience giving me love after that was like, oh shit, I did something. Okay, I appreciate it. I will take a bow. So that was definitely my favorite because, like I said, we'd been missing each other for so long, and to culminate to that and in that place, in that location, and then just get all that love from you guys after was fantastic. So yeah, that's definitely my favorite one.
I wanted to fuck on those day beds underneath the stars with that breeze blowing on that island so bad. And it was just like, the thing where the lights come on in the bar and you're like, wait, it's already time to leave. Like, I didn't even get a chance.
Maybe I should have changed my statement and said, Lauren's going to have sex with 50 guys.
No, but that's not what I love. I love doing it with you. I love performing for you. I love because then you get to talk to me dirty afterwards and say naughty things that you saw, and that's part of it for me.
What if I tell you I'm watching from binoculars?
You just make up shit?
Yeah. Most of the opportunities, babe, happen at 3:00 in the morning. I'm like, hey, man, I'm already high on 17 lines of Coke. This is just the 70s, babe. This is just how it works. No, I'm just like, it's 3:00 in the morning and I'm just exhausted. I'm like, I don't know how I could do a thrusting motion with my hips.
You need someone to like get behind you.
Yeah, now that would be awesome.
That would be cool.
If I had a team of puppeteers. Right. So there's 2 people pushing my ass, a couple people working my hands. Yeah. Hey, that's really sexy, man. Right?
There are a lot of fit people, man, that there were times I had to cut out on the dance floor. I was like, you guys, like, I need to start a quad routine just to be able to keep up dancing. And then they go, fuck after that. I'm like, my legs are spent.
Yeah.
And there are some really good cardio fit people there that could just.
Yeah, this is what we need for the next one. For the next summer bang, or the next flirtation, this is what I'm putting on the list.
Okay.
Better cardio. We need more exercise. I need some liposuction and I need some plastic surgery. Take off just 15 years. And yeah, so aside from having sex in the actual workshop, which I was waiting days for, and I came in 4 seconds, I was like, I'm going to come really fast. And you're like, why don't you? And I'm like, oh.
I don't care if you come fast. I just get turned on when you come hard. And I love it, especially if it is fast.
Well, I came really hard.
I know.
I came a lot
so that's
hard,
all I remember.
I had like days saved up.
Yeah.
And then this thing would happen to me, especially, is like when we go back to the room at the end of the night and just sort of take a breath. And then my penis would go, hello, hi, I'm ready to party. And I'm like, oh, man.
Where have you been?
What? You didn't feel this way an hour ago. There was like 19 sexy people around you ready to put you in their mouths. So we just had sex again and again. I was so worked up every time we were in the hot, our little pool outside of our suite.
I love it out there. It's so sexy. I love outdoor sex.
And I was looking down at people. They weren't really looking at us, but I was just sort of like looking down at people. And you were standing up, and I got this brand new lube that was awesome. It works underwater. I put it on my cock, and I just started fucking you inside of the pool. It was just perfect.
I really, really love fucking you outside. I really do.
You want to go outside right now?
I don't know how the neighbors would feel about that.
Yeah, they're super. We would love to thank very, very specific people, but we can't do that because we'd leave so many people out if we did that. And but you know who you are, especially the ones who gave us gifts. You're extra special to us.
The ones who brought Nicorette, always close to our
always
heart.
Front of the line. You always get right to the front of the line for everything. You know, everything didn't go perfect all the time, but people who did have any issue were so flexible about it and allowed us to fix it. And we did, except for the guy who had a wife who felt ugly.
Yeah.
It didn't get fixed for him.
Well, I mean, we can't fix everything. Whatever's happening in your home.
Well, we definitely can't fix her. I mean, that's what
their thing.
Maybe a doctor somewhere. and a psychiatrist.
Yeah.
Maybe. Hopefully they come back.
Yeah. Learn something and open their hearts.
That's it.
Thank you all for taking a chance on us because we know that you didn't know what it was going to be like. And because you took that chance, you made it a success, and then you're also told your friends, which is why Flirtation sold out so fast. It is because of y'all. So we look forward to growing with you guys and getting to know and be with more of you.
And if you want to volunteer for Room 77 and be an unpaid intern and do some of the work for us, please contact us at room77life.com because we're going to quit. It's a lot of work. If you've been afraid of takeovers, if you've been afraid of our takeover, don't be. If you're trying to read a crystal ball,
it's like the weather, man. You can't predict it. It's always changing, Bobby.
If you enjoy the podcast, if you relate to us, you relate to our sense of humor, that most of the guests are Room 77 fans. And you will immediately sort of feel at home because people share that sense of laughter and the sense of realness. And
this is what else I noticed is young, beautiful women tend to come to the event that are attracted to me. So if you're in that group, I would book right now. Let me add something to that. Young, beautiful women who just sort of have this weird...
Just use me.
Yeah, who just want to throw themselves at me. They seem to fit right in.
They do.
So don't be afraid because you're going to be amongst a lot of other young, beautiful...
hoary women.
Yeah, I don't even want to say hoary. They're just giving. So join them.
Did you crush on anyone at Summer Bang?
I had 11 teen crushes, which I feel like a total and complete whore about. I don't know what's wrong with me, but oh my gosh, everybody was just so perfect. And I just wanted to fuck everybody, and I should have done that. I guess there's next time, and if you can tell that I'm crushing on you, please approach me. I'd really like to maybe act on that.
But so that's no. I met so many cool fucking chicks that were sexy and intelligent and vulnerable and honest, and I'm just a little bit sad I didn't have more time with them.
Did you crush on anyone there that you didn't tell your spouse about until later?
I did a little, and I didn't say anything, but I did talk about her. It was M from Colorado.
I told you when I got back that I was crushing pretty hard on Kat. I didn't really want to pursue in any way as she was so busy, but definitely kind of wish I would have been a little bit more intentional there.
Yeah, I think we were crushing on a lot of people, like Gypsy for sure, but we talked about it.
I think that sexy lady you kept creeping on every day.
That was pretty obvious, right?
Yes.
Did you have any particular crushes that you wish you could have played with that you didn't get a chance to?
Oh, God, I don't even have to think about that. DJ Sashi. Oh, my God. Oh, that woman.
If you want to join the next Summer Bang, go to our website, room77life.com. Scroll down. There will be a sign up.
Also get on that list for Flirtation. Maybe, I don't know, maybe we'll set up tents like Fire Festival. And we'll just have tents on the beach.
I don't know. You can stay down the street for all I care. Just come and crash somewhere else. Stay at Jose's.
Just come to the party?
And just come to the party.
Yeah, Airbnb it.
Who cares?
Airbnb it. We'll figure out how to get you to the party.
Yeah.
I don't know if we just committed ourselves to something that we can't do. I'm sure we just broke every rule in the book. All right, Lauren, this is just like sex. I know it doesn't feel over to you, but it is in fact over.
I was just going to say, we hope we filled their FOMO holes.
I hope they come. I hope that people attend Summer Bang next year. I hope you enjoyed what you heard. I hope you enjoy how late we were and kept you waiting again. I am dealing with no computer here of my own, searching for files. I hate life at this point. I quit.
Oh.
If there's anybody who wants to take over this job, please write us an email.
Yes,
we will pay you nothing, but nevertheless, We'd love to have you.
But seriously, if you want to go to Summer Bank 23, you're thinking about it. We haven't announced anything. We haven't announced the details, but you can go over to our website and there's going to be a little button there that says put me on the wait list. And then also if you want to be a Patreon, those are the people who get to know about it first. And they also get a discount. So it's
and you help support us, which is really, really important because right now we need that money mostly for therapy. And the other thing is we were supposed to do in this episode, but it got a little bit wrong. We were supposed to answer a burning question from a listener, very special listener. That question was supposed to be, Lauren and Richard, what was your first lifestyle experience in your life ever? And we were going to answer those questions. We were going to answer that question first on Patreon. We're going to release that in about a week or so you could become a Patreon. Go listen to that. Spoiler alert, I was very young, but I will not be outing any person that went to Bayside High. It is a very exciting story. I know
it's not about our first experience.
No. It's about ours separate ever.
Oh,
yeah.
interesting.
I kind of know what yours is.
Don't you tell them.
I won't. I just know yours is kind of sad. And mine is pretty fucking awesome.
Wow.
Yeah, but
we'll put yours up on Patreon first then.
Yeah, mine is pretty awesome. I look back on it, I'm like, I did that.
That's
funny. I was a rock star. Anyway, that's all we got for you this time. Say goodbye, Lauren.
Booby.
And that about does it for us.
For more information, visit us at room77life.com.
Thanks for stopping by Room 77.
We had a blast.
Now get your clothes and get out.